ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy Oga Kwame, and welcome to another OMG show. This is the third episode, I believe, of the show where we capture the craziest moments in Premier League football over this past weekend. And this week has been crazy. Honestly, it's been ridiculous on every level, even in football. And honestly, guys, I was going to dedicate this episode just to respond to certain arguments I've heard about the European Super League, and I had all the arguments listed, and I had every response to every argument listed out, and I was gonna just make this entire show about that. But then, I decided against that. Mostly because, I mean, honestly, I've calmed down from the whole issue. I'm not too bothered about it anymore, and I feel like people are ready. We're ready to move on. I feel like the horse has been beaten to death. But really, the reason I wanted to dedicate this show to the European Super League was just because of all the verbal diarrhea I've been hearing about this thing, and it's just like the kind of people talking literal shit, and with the kinds of things I've heard, I was just thinking, like, the only way you can talk so much shit is if your mouth has been in the toilet all day. Like, it was just crazy. And see, the crux of their argument really it lied in the fact that, oh, UEFA is corrupt, FIFA is corrupt, all the FAs are corrupt. Why do you have a problem with this? But I mean, is the solution to inequity, the solution to an unequal playing field, is not to create more inequities. It's not to create a more unequal playing field. We get it. We get it that UEFA is corrupt. We get it that FIFA is corrupt. We get it that the English FA, the Nigerian FA, all FAs around the world, they are corrupt. We get it. The solution is not to create a more unequal playing field. Absolutely not. Like, the goal is to try to make things more equal. The goal is to try to make things more equitable. The goal is to try to make the playing field more level. And it's just with the pomposity and the pontification, the arrogance with which these people speak is just very bothersome. And then talking about money and trying to educate us financially. I'm sorry, save your financial education for the MMM people you're trying to recruit. I don't care. Like, it's just, I just, especially in this moment where in this football world, we're trying to be more inclusive, right? We're talking about women's football and shining more light on women's football, and even women officiate in the game. We're talking about making gay people feel more comfortable in their skin and having them comfortable in this football world. We're talking about the Black Lives Matter movement, but we're going to support this contraption that achieves one goal and one goal only, which is exclusion. The goal is to exclude, all in the name of making money. Wait, listen, I'm not dumb. I get money is important. I do what I do for work because I think it pays me well. This is not a discussion about money. This is a discussion about addressing the inequities. This is a discussion about addressing the unlevel playing field. This is a discussion about addressing the chasm that this contraption will create in football. So miss me with all that nonsense. I'm sorry. I mean, look, I said I was not going to talk about it, but here, I just spent about more than 4 minutes on it. But for me, I honestly, I feel like with some of these people that that are proponents of this ESL thing, we just have fundamental ideological and philosophical differences. And until they can answer this one question, I don't feel like we can even have a conversation. And for me, that question is: do you think that the solution to the problem of inequity in football is by creating more inequity? Do you agree with the proposition that solving inequity does not involve creating more inequity? If you do not agree with that proposition, then we cannot even begin to have a conversation. I'm sorry. But anyway, going back to real football, the one that was played on the pitch this past weekend, your number one OMG moment is from the Arsenal game, and really it's the VAR decision that ruled out Arsenal's goal. No, not their goal. The penalty awarded to Arsenal because apparently in the build up to that penalty, pardon me, in the build up to that penalty, Pepe was offside by the sleeve length. And I'm really tired of this because, like I said in I think it was one or two videos ago, this VAR problem is it's not about who do you support, who do you not support, because the VAR is gonna get you someday, and I think I don't have the stats to support me right now, but I can confidently say that every team in the Premier League this season has been negatively affected by a ridiculous VAR decision. I think I can confidently say that because it's just ridiculous. Like being offside by your armpit, being offside by your by your sleeve, being offside if you have long hair. It's just crazy. And it's just, for me, the solution is, like I've always said, look at the foot. If the foot is offside, then call it. Not by looking at somebody's sleeve. It's just ridiculous because you're literally punishing people for having clothes on. That's what you're doing. In that case, then let's just play football in nakedness. Let's take your clothes off and get on the pitch. That's how we're playing football from now on. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. But the second moment is from the same Arsenal game, and this one, I kind of feel sorry for Arsenal fans because this goal was conceded from a ridiculous angle. Burned Butterfingers Leno. This dude, he let Richarlison score from an impossible angle. He had no angle. It was a hopeful cross. He just hit the ball. He didn't even try to. He just tried to hit the ball. Hopefully, maybe get a corner or something. And what do you know? Leno lets it slip through his fingers, through his legs, into the net. And it was funny. I'm not even gonna lie. It was funny. Arsenal fans, I feel bad for you guys because you guys literally let Amy Martinez go for this guy. Can anybody confidently tell me that Leno has been head and shoulders, outperforming Amy Martinez this season? I can't confidently say that. I mean, I know I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I still think a lot of you guys would not be able to make that statement confidently. But hey, that was crazy. So yeah, number 3 moment is actually, oh my God, it's actually from this Newcastle game. And listen, it's like Liverpool, and I know we're playing them next week, so I'm not gonna say too much. Otherwise, people will clip this and make it come back to bite me. But it's like Liverpool in that game, the universe gave them 3 points, and they were like, nah, we don't want it. Nah, we're good. We want 1 point. Newcastle scored an equalizer, and I think it was in 91st minute or 92nd minute, and it got chopped off because Callum Wilson apparently he did have the ball hit his hand before he put it back into the net. So that goal was ruled off, and it looked like, whoa, happy days. Liverpool gets 3 points. I was like, oh, it's over. All right, I guess they got lucky, and they'll walk out of here with 3 points. Little did I know that they had other plans, and I just that was fun. The funniest part of that goal was Klopp's reaction. If you guys go back and look at it, this man's mouth was the entire time. He was just he couldn't believe it. But I was just over there laughing because I just Ola and Bola, I know I know you guys are not happy, but listen, that made me happy. That made me happy. And I guess we'll see this weekend. If you guys beat me, go easy on me. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, and the last OMG moment for this weekend of Premier League football comes from today's game, and it is from my Nigerian brother, Kelechi Iheanacho. And in fact, I'm gonna say his name right with the Igbo accent. I hope I'm getting it right. My Igbo friends, let me know if I got it wrong. Kelechi Iheanacho, the only man with Igbo accent marks on his jersey. Like, this man has been on fire. Like, this is a man on fire. And I'm not talking about Denzel Washington. Dude has been crazy. He's been lighting it up. And I'm happy for him. Because I think he's been at Leicester for like maybe 2 years now. Maybe 3. I'm not really sure. But he's finally getting into his groove. And I think it's because he's playing in a strike in an attacking partnership with Jamie Vardy. But the way he wrapped his left foot around that ball to find the roof of the net, like, it was crazy. Dude wrapped his left foot around the ball like a burrito. He wrapped it like a shawarma. Like, this guy is on fire. And even though, I wanted Leicester to lose that game, I was happy for him. And if he was still at Manchester City, I would still be happy for him just because, I like to see a brother succeed. But anyway, guys, those are your 4 OMG moments from this past weekend of football. And leave us your comments. Let us know what you're thinking. And let me know if there are any other moments that I did not get to mention in this video. But yes, this is the OMG show. This is Oga Kwame, and I'm out.